everyone. By everyone, I mean my 0 subscribers. And this is my YouTube channel, and I'm here today with the amazing Corey Turner.
The one and only.
The one and only legend. And this whole YouTube page is gonna be about childhood cancer and like educating people on it. But this video specifically is about my story, so let's get right into it. So it kind of all started at the end of September, beginning of October, and I started to get flu symptoms. I just fell. I started to get flu symptoms, and hold on. And so we went back and forth to the doctor, and they were just telling me that it was viral and that it was nothing to worry about, and they started giving me antibiotics just to take by mouth, and nothing was really touching it, I guess. And so we just kept on going back and forth for weeks because I just felt like it kept on getting worse and that the antibiotics weren't working. So on October 9th, I started to notice that my right breast was getting inflamed. And so we went back to the doctor, and they rushed me to UVA immediately. And they were giving me antibiotics for this thing that women get called mastitis. And that's what they get when they breastfeed, which wouldn't really make sense why I had it. But they couldn't figure out what else I had. So, yeah, and then everything went downhill from there. And I had my biopsy on October 11th. They biopsied my lymph node under my armpit because my lymph nodes were inflamed. That's why it's called anaplastic large cell lymphoma, because they're large lymph nodes. And so I was getting like super sick. Like I could not breathe. They had to, what are they called? Those little tubes that go in your nose. Oxygen things. I don't know what they're called. And they would just have to keep on upping my air. And every time they upped it, I would get bruises across my nose because the air was just like, it was just so like hard on me, I guess. And like I couldn't breathe. So they found out I had lymphoma on October 15th. And I met my doctor, which is the most amazing doctor in the world. Dr. Bellier, you are awesome. I love you. And they could not figure out why I was so sick, because lymphoma shouldn't be making me that sick. Like, yes, it's bad, but I shouldn't be so sick where I needed to be sedated. And sedation is where they put you to sleep, like anesthesia, but it's like...
You're in a temporary coma.
Yeah, like a 6-day one. And, yeah, they had to do that because I was just like... I was so bad. I was so sick. And they had to put a tube down my throat. Whatever, like a breathing tube. Yeah, because I couldn't breathe myself. It was that bad. They put 2 bilateral chest tubes in.
I had fluid in your lungs.
Yes, because the fluid in my lungs. They had to get the fluid out. And I had my PICC line in. His name is Fu Manchu. And I remember waking up after being sedated, and I had IVs all over me. Like, it kind of scared me too. But anyway, they could not figure out why I got so sick. And my doctor would not give up. He was just like, I'm going to figure it out. And so they finally figured out that I had HLH. And HLH is a disease that is so monstrous. It's it tears you down. It's like a beast itself. And so my bad cells were eating my good cells, so all was left was bad cells, and I was just so super sick. So they sedated me, and I got sedated the 16th and didn't wake up till the 21st. And I actually didn't get out of the bed till the 23rd. So that's just telling you how sick I was. And look at me now. I'm thriving. Whoa, what was that?
Thriving.
And yeah, so I didn't get home till the 30th of October.
And the next day, Halloween, was the first time I seen her in almost 2 months.
And then I had to get readmitted that night, so it was almost like 2 months in the hospital.
She just came home to see me.
I started my first round of chemo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was, don't quote me on this, I think it was the 25th. October. October. Yeah, because, yeah. And so do you kind of want to tell your side?
Yeah.
Okay, next video.
Okay, so October 15th, she was diagnosed with lymphoma, as she told you. And that night, she was on her phone for the first time in forever. And she texted me, and she wasn't herself, and I could tell. And I knew she'd been sick, but no one knew what was wrong with her because the news hadn't been shared. And she was like, do you want to know what's wrong with me? And I was like, well, of course I do. But she told me I couldn't tell anyone, which I was going to tell someone. And she told me that she had lymphoma, which was cancer. And like a normal person does, I went into shock. I cried for 2 weeks straight. And then I called Dayton because Dayton just needed to know. And
Dayton Moore, shout out to you.
We love you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Maggie was my best friend, and we hadn't been getting along way before she even, got sick, so it just made me feel even worse.
We hadn't?
We weren't getting along at all. We
Are
were
you sure?
fighting.
About what?
I don't even know, but we were fighting. I remember we were fighting. I remember what it was about, and we're not going to talk about it. But, anyway.
We're talking about this. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Why?
Because.
Okay, that doesn't matter right now. We're talking about this later.
Sorry. Okay, so I just went along with it, and then she came home and I got to see her, and I never seen her like that, and it broke my heart. I love my Maggie. She's my
That's
best
just
friend.
if that's telling, coming from my best friend, that telling you that she's never seen me like that before, that has to put into scale how sick I was.
It was bad. I came into her house, and usually it's Corey, and it was like, hey. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. And then, chemo brain is real, let me tell you.
Oh my
This
God,
girl
it is so real.
didn't know my middle name. And she still forgets my middle name.
I think it's Nicole.
It is Nicole. She's doing better, I promise. But hospital trips, bringing her hospital bags, me being in the hospital myself, along with her, just, it's been crazy.
Out to you little guys that, I don't want to offend anyone. I'm not going to say it.
Anyway.
I had to go to the hospital 2 or 3 times every week for 6 months. How many weeks are in a month? 4? 4 times 3 is 12.
Oh, you're doing math.
I'm doing math. 12 times 6 is it 60?
No! It's 72.
It's 72. I'm bad at math.
God.
72 times in 6 months. That is, a lot.
Plus clinic visits and everything else. Admissions that we didn't even know.
Yeah, if I would get a little fever, if I had chills, if I had a
We could
runny
stand
nose, a
outside for at
cough,
least 2 minutes before we had to run in.
I would sometimes have to go to the emergency room all the way in Charlottesville at the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I'd get admitted.
Sleepovers were consisting
Of taking my temperature 24/7.
I got used to just putting it in her mouth every hour. I was just open up, and she just did it. And it's not like that
I
anymore.
used to have to do, this is awkward, Lovenox. Lovenox is it's a blood thinner. And I needed my blood thin because I had my PICC line in. And I had a clot around it. And so they did an ultrasound on the clot. And so I had to start taking Lovenox, which is a shot. A needle. Poking myself in the leg or the stomach twice a day.
Bruises, many.
Everywhere.
Bruises.
I had so many bruises. Because, it wasn't the needle itself that hurt. It was the medicine more that it burned so much. It was just, crazy.
been crazy.
But it's over. So in part 3, we're going to talk about my head.
The head.
Was that a smooth translation?
I don't think so.
Translation. Okay, but I'm sorry.
Chemo brain in act right now. Here you have it. Maggie Pearson.
I meant more about shaving my head.
What? Okay, then talk.
I'm talking! These videos are going to be kind of weird because I'm not a YouTuber.
And I'm not a fan.
Anyway, shaving my head. So I started to get really tired of it getting in my food, it all over my clothes.
Because chemo makes it fall out. It wasn't just falling out for no reason.
Yeah, some people don't understand that cancer patients do not shave their head just for the fun of it. Chemo actually makes your hair fall out.
Good cells, bad cells, hair cells.
Yeah, chemo destroys good and bad cells. So, like, they were destroying my cancer cells, which I went to remission, second treatment, which is really good.
Crazy.
And I'm
Remission.
super proud of.
Definition. Tell them.
The definition of remission. Did that rhyme?
Yes.
Ah! The definition of remission is that you have no more cancers.
You're basically cancer free, but you still have to take the treatments.
Yeah, because like at second treatment, I could not stop my treatments because it could like, I guess, it has to take 6 cycles for it to kill all the cells.
Yeah. Maggie cells were killed.
Plus, it's like super confusing. Like, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to tell you false information. But anyway, so I shaved my head the 21st of November. So I've been like 5 to 6 months with my head bald. And it's finally coming back in.
And it's a fuzzy, beautiful, peach fuzzy mess. I just said fuzzy like 5 times.
And yeah, that was a really powerful moment for me. Like, I think that would take like a lot of strength for a 13-year-old girl to shave their head themselves. So I'm really proud of that, and I'm really proud.
And it's not blonde. It's brown.
It's brown. And I'm really proud of my story, and I'm really proud of my bald head, but it's going to grow back. And yeah, that is my story. So thanks for watching our dumb selves try to make a YouTube video. And yeah, please join. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. There is a fundraiser coming up, ladies and gents.
Family Dollar in Churchville, April
27th.
Come buy some brownies. Support the little kiddos who are worth more than
4. That was good.
I know.
So yeah, we're going to be selling ribbons, bracelets, brownies, all centered around childhood cancer, gold. And it supports Maisie Sprouse, and she's a 10-year-old. And Gracie Phillips, she's 5 years old, and they're both battling cancer. And so yeah, come out there, and all benefits go towards these relentless girls fighting for their lives. And yeah,
be there.
Thank you. Peace out, Boy and Girl Scout.